This is Ben Davison. Subscribe to Stephen Icon.
So one of the most prolific users of social media, Deontay Wilder, has been as quiet as a church mouse. He's been absent without leave ever since Tyson Fury dismantled him, humiliated him, bounced him up and down off the canvas, made him say mate because his team threw in the towel. He's been very, very quiet. In fact, the only things that we've kind of heard of Wilder is a few days after his beating, he put out a social media post saying the king is still here and blah, blah, blah. In other words, he was almost crying. Then he put out a twerking video, which is ridiculous. And of course, his brother, Marcellus Wilder, has said that Deontay Wilder has been told that Tyson Fury's got loaded gloves. That's why he got a dent in his head. And the doctor performed an autopsy. So with the doctor performing an autopsy, you can kind of understand why he's quiet. Because he did. Now, because of all this, we don't know what's happening. Now, of course, there has been a pandemic going on in the world. So, of course, everything has been postponed. Not just air fight, but all sport. So, again, from one point of view, you can kind of say, but everything is down to Tyson Fury's team, as in Bob Arum, Frank Warren, ESPN, Top Rank, Queensberry Promotions. They are the ones who are in charge of the third fight because they won the second fight. That's usually how it happens with a contract, right? So maybe everything's on them, and it could be a case of, well, Bob Arum and everybody, they've now got a date, they've now got a venue. Now they're waiting for Wilder to sign on it to say, yeah, okay, cool, we're definitely taking the fight, let's move on. But it does appear that Wilder isn't responding to anything from Team Fury. And I can only take that by the statement from Tyson Fury early this morning. This is what Tyson Fury had to say to Deontay Wilder. Where you at, Mush? The clock is ticking. I'm not going to wait forever. There is other bums in the division that I want to eat for breakfast. So there you go. So I can only presume that something has been sent to Wilder, as in Team Wilder, Shelley Finkel, Al Heyman, but nothing has come back. That's the only thing I can really draw on it. But it does appear that Tyson Fury is saying right now, either come out of hiding, take the third fight, sign for it, or I'm going to move on. So he's threatening to withdraw. Now, of course, I don't really know what kind of time frame this contract will be for. Obviously, with the pandemic, it's going to have some kind of ramifications on what the original contract was, because this third fight was supposed to have happened in July, according to Tyson Fury. But obviously with everything going on, everything's been pushed back. Now we know Bob Arum, he wants to put this fight on in front of a crowd. Now, ultimately, and the brutal truth of it is, that's not my problem, that's not your problem. Why should lack of crowd hold up a fight? Other fights are going on, this one could do too. As again, let's be honest, not many people are too interested in this third fight because we know who the better man is. We know Tyson Fury is more man than Deontay Wilder. He's a better fighter, a better boxer, more intellectual. He's just every level above Deontay Wilder in the boxing world. So do we need to see a third fight? No. But it's contracted, so of course that has to happen, whether we like it or not. So the point is, just put it on behind closed doors. If you're confident that the pay-per-view is going to do well and it's going to be a mega fight, then what's the problem, right? That extra couple of million on the gate shouldn't make too much difference. Anyway, it's what it is. So Wilder, he's yet to come out of hiding. By the looks of it, he's not responding to any kind of forwarding offers from Bob Arum to say, right, this is the date, this is the place and the venue. I can only presume that, because why else would Tyson Fury say, where are you at? The clock is ticking. So Wilder must have something to send back. That's the only thing that I could possibly come up with. Either way, I mean, will Tyson Fury walk away from it? It wouldn't be the first time that Tyson walked away from fights, such as the Vladimir Klitschko contracted rematch as well, which is a very, very similar situation. So it wouldn't be the first time. So it wouldn't be at all surprising if he does that. But would he have to give up the belt? I wouldn't have thought so, because this is not a mandated fight by the WBC. This is just a contract between two parties, as in Fury and Wilder. So the belt doesn't even have to be on the line. So could this be a case of, well, he could get fined maybe? That could happen. Again, it depends on the legalities of the contract. But the belt shouldn't really be at stake. As in, if Fury walked away, the belt is not going to be automatically awarded to Deontay Wilder. That's not how it works. As the WBC have already said, we're nothing to do with this third fight. This is between them. our mandated fight will be February the 22nd, which is currently Dillian Whyte, all going well this weekend. So that's their mandated situation. But either way, Wilder, he's usually very, very prolific on social media, has been very, very quiet. I mean, surely God, he can't still be crying. This is boxing. He's supposed to lose once in a while, right? And yeah, of course, we know that his fanboys have made his situation far, far worse than what it needed to be by coming out with all these reaching accusations of Tyson Fury, of him tampering with Wilder's water, of Tyson Fury having loaded gloves and cheating tactics and this, that and the other. All these kind of things are things that Wilder is going to have to answer to when the press get hold of him, when the press conferences happen. All these tools Tyson Fury can use if he really, really wanted to. So these guys have made it much, much worse for Wilder coming into this third fight. But anyway, is this third fight even going to happen? Who knows? Don't be at all surprised if Wilder comes out and says, you know what, I'm going to retire now. I've got enough money. It's not like I'm going to come back, and even if I beat Fury, I'm not going to go on another 10 defense run. He ain't going to do that. So is there any kind of real point to him winning that title back other than to call himself a two-time heavyweight champion of the world? But is he going to beat Fury? Very, very unlikely. Anyway, drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe, catch you all in the next video.